afraid. Be very afraid.
Christmas, right?
The 12 Pains of Christmas.
It's a song. Stringing up these lights.
Well, that's always a pain.
Yeah.
It does them always. What's the first one? The first thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me. That one?
I never heard of it, but I want to hear it now. I mean,
Letters
I've
from
heard
the
it,
in-laws.
but I don't remember it.
Oh, it's a long one. It's the whole song.
Yeah, you will find that there is not much Christmas music that I like.
Well, I mean, that's
There's maybe 2 or 3 songs.
Bruce Springsteen.
Springsteen. What is he?
Nope. Screw that guy. Screw the boss.
Screw the boss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Santa Claus is coming.
It's the best rendition, man.
Maybe that's what caused the guy in Silent Night, Deadly Night to go on his killing sprees.
That might have been
No,
one of the
actually,
reasons.
they fully flushed that out in the movie.
Bob Dylan? It's Bob Dylan time right there by the time he goes crazy.
Yeah. The Night Santa Went Crazy by Weird Al Yankovic. That's a Christmas song John probably liked.
Yeah. Slick Nick.
Now I gotta listen to that too.
It's a Fishbone song.
That one?
No, I'm a Weird Al fan.
Santa went crazy. The night St. Nick went insane. It's so good.
Xenomania, the Christmas album. I'm ready.
Yeah, really. That was a good one.
I'll tell you what Christmas songs will not make it on a Xenomania Christmas album.
What's that?
Any of the ones in Silent Night, Deadly Night. I love this movie, but it is the worst collection of Christmas carols.
It gives it more eeriness, though. And I feel like it sets the tone.
Kind of. I mean, it's always Christmas on the warm side of the door is something.
Independent film, low budget, I mean, with the consumerism in the background in some scenes, like I saw a Jabba the Hutt and Sesame Street characters and all that, and it's like, okay, but the music, they were trying to stay under the radar, I feel, for that.
But so much of that music is not copyrighted. You can just record it.
Really? Public domain.
I mean,
yeah, most of the old-timey Christmas carols are public domain at this point.
Even for 81? 84, I'm sorry. I keep thinking this movie came out in 81 for some reason.
Right. That's why everybody can put out a Christmas album. It takes no effort. You don't have to write a song. You just show up in a studio and sing a song you sang since you were 5.
You'll laugh all the way to the bank. Fa la 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 la.
And if you're Mariah Carey, it becomes synonymous with the season, and you'll get a viral trend of people screaming at the beginning of the song.
It's so bad. I don't remember hating it nearly as much when it first came out, but the fact that the replayability is like insane, it's just
Yeah, because it's just ubiquitous. You cannot. There used to be other songs you could that were like that you couldn't avoid, like Last Christmas. You used to not be able to avoid.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
That's a classic. It's a classic.
I like Baby It's Cold Outside. I don't care if it's rapey.
It's a little.
Very.
Yeah.
It's a song.
It's a little. I mean, for the era, it wasn't. For now,
you're not going anywhere, Dame. Because I'm a man, and I told you. That should be the name of the song. You're not going anywhere, Dame. It's rough. It's from the give her a good old shake and slap era of music.
Yep.
Oh man.
So all this Christmas
we're doing
talk
Silent
and
Night,
the
Deadly
brief
Night.
allusion.
Yeah.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's probably the most controversial movie we've covered.
Yes.
Not anymore.
And I can understand
why.
When
it came out, the protests, the reviews. Can you? Because it's not even the first Killer Santa movie.
Protested this?
Oh yeah,
There's 2 Killer Santas in it.
Mm-hmm. There were protests. There were Siskel and Ebert pearl clutching, shame on these people for making this movie and making blood money as from like, chill, Siskel. Chill. It's not even, I mean, I guess maybe for 1984, maybe it's gory, but I don't even think it's particularly gory for 84.
Not gory. It's not gory at all. It's the visceral nature of the story they're telling that
Yes.
made them clutch their pearls.
Mhm.
It's an uncomfortable look at
Mhm.
what causes people to become the way the guy in the movie became. And it's really good at portraying that story. They spent 25 minutes on his childhood
Yep.
Yeah.
and they blame
Mhm.
Christianity, which is probably another reason why the protests were going on. It pretty much
Yeah.
blames the
I'm
nun.
I'm I'm sure.
Yeah.
It blames the nun more so than the actual religion. It blames grandpa. It blames the first killer Santa.
Yeah.
It's just like a whole string of things that go wrong for Billy, and I mean, it's also 1984 and there's not therapy. Like,
Yeah.
therapy was like for really disturbed or really rich people in 1984. It wasn't like everybody went to therapy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a
And
good point.
the buildup was really good, and a very. I now I know why Rob Zombie did that for Halloween in 2007, to give that backstory, and
Mhm.
I like that aspect of it. Again, being a first watch for me, Silent Night, Deadly Night, I get why it's controversial, but I also get why it's a landmark in slasher.
You know what
It's
I'd like to see? Backstories make a bad guy sympathetic, right? Like, oh, I see why this guy became this way. That's so tragic. I'd like to see backstory used, but make it impossible for you to be sympathetic. Like, you hate him more after the
Where
backstory.
yeah, he's just real bad
Yeah.
from birth.
There's I hate citing
Yeah.
Kuntz because he's such a writhing douche now, but Kuntz wrote this amazing book. I think it was Strangers or something. And in it, the boy's father, like, he's like a serial killer and he takes women downstairs and he murders them and then he makes statues out of them, which is pretty cool.
okay.
And they went full on Hannibal Lecter with it, though, which is something that stuck with me because I read it at like 14. And they had the psychologist come in and talk about him. And it was like, there's no sign of psychopathy in him whatsoever. We can't find anything wrong with him. He's just evil.
Okay.
He does evil things because he likes evil things.
Mhm.
And I was like, ooh,
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
it's
that
neat.
concept. I like that
Like,
as a
no mental
concept.
illness.
Yeah.
This is just the work of the devil.
Okay.
Mhm. But, like, the thing with Siskel and Ebert and the controversy of this movie is those are 2 media savvy guys. Like, you would think they would understand if they go on their show and make a big fuss about this movie, you've just assured
Oh
people will
yeah.
make
Maybe
money.
that was what. Maybe they were getting some cash under
E
the table for it. All right, guys, shit all over
Yeah.
this movie.
I mean
It's horrible.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe, 'cause I was 12 in 1984, and I picked up some of this stuff, and I wanted to see this
Well,
movie
controversy
so
creates
bad.
cash, What's forbidden, the forbidden fruit, we want to see, we want have an interest, and this is it. I mean, by bad mouthing it,
Mhm.
any movie they've bad mouthed, especially in the slasher genre, for a horror fan, it's a must watch.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, even the ones that they do prop up on a higher note, I mean, Silence the Lambs, since we've mentioned it, it's in that whole vibe of is it horror, drama. They gave it a great rating, but I'm just saying, but it's like that Academy Award style. I
Not
agree,
horror.
it's not horror, but that's what they're going for. They don't see the true horror, if that makes sense. They're
You know the
blind.
Mhm.
scariest part of Silence of the
No,
Lambs is when he's talking to her and he's like, "Can you hear them, Clarice? Can you hear the lambs?" That part's probably the scariest part of the movie. And when she's walking through his house, like, blinded in the darkness, and he's looking at her.
Yeah, I
mhm,
mean, the most of the
mhm.
movie is shock value, real quick, just like the skinning and all that. But it's the same thing in Silent Night, Deadly Night. After you get that backstory and you start with him, like, having his moment, his PTSD, and just kind of becoming this evil Santa Claus, basically his rendition of Santa.
He's holding up. Like, he gets to Christmas, working in that store, and he's
Yeah,
held up okay. Like, there's some indications that maybe he's gotten a little mouthy and his quality of work has dipped some, but he's not a killer until he has to put the suit on.
Yeah, that's like his excuse, though. He can become that thing. And we know what the metaphor is.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, we spoil all movies, so go watch it real quick, blah, blah, blah. It came out in 1984.
It's short, hour and
When his
24.
mother and father are killed, and presumably the baby?
No, not
No?
Ricky.
No,
Ricky's
Ricky doesn't.
no,
Yeah, Ricky's
no.
on.
So we'll
Yeah.
spoil the very, very end right now. Ricky is the one that he dies in front of in the
Yes.
orphanage.
No way! And then he looks at her and goes, "Naughty." That's
yes.
Ricky?
Which
Oh, that
Uh-huh.
makes the ending a lot
hold
better.
on, time out. Ricky hasn't
Yeah,
aged
that's
though.
Ricky.
You've noticed that? Like
No, yeah. Billy got older. Ricky got to about
Yeah.
Stayed
8
there.
and
That's fine.
stopped.
No, I get what they were going for. They had to do something. All
because
right. So
Yeah.
the kid,
yeah.
Billy's parents are gunned down by a psychopathic guy in a Santa suit, and his mother's epic boobs are ripped out, and there's like this gratuitous moment, and then she gets her throat slit and all that stuff. So it's like really graphic scene, and the kid's in the bushes just watching. And then you see like, all right, so there's the trauma. He chooses to wear the Santa outfit when he kills people, and we'll explain more about what he's not a killer yet. He gets pushed there by Jesus
Mhm.
later on. But but right now, like what he chooses to use as his medium for getting rid of that is the Santa outfit. And that is such a message. And it's very true. Like it's kind of ahead of its time as far as psychological stuff is concerned.
I wanted
Yeah.
to add something into the mix because when you see the Santa trying to the evil Santa in the beginning trying to find Billy in the woods, you don't
Yelling.
really yelling, "Come here, boy," and all that. You don't. I feel like it's an indication that he, in my opinion, he killed the Santa because you see the knife bleeding, you see the hand of the Santa Claus repeatedly, but there's that trauma, and how did he make it out of it alive? I think he kind of let that persona out, and they don't really cover it. I mean, I want to hear your thoughts on it,
You
but
think he
that's just
killed
my
the
thought.
Santa? I think he stayed in
I
the
would,
bushes.
did you?
Yeah, I think he hid. I think the Santa finally like sort of snapped
And
out
just
of
took
his
off.
murderous fugue, whatever that,
Great
and
word, by the way.
like logic says, I got to get out of here because one car came through, another one's going to potentially too.
Yeah, he's got to
So
get out of there. The kid's a lost cause kind of thing.
Okay.
yeah, I mean you're now talking triple murderer, so
And it's
you know because he
84.
kills the
He's gonna ride the
convenience store
lightning.
guy.
Yes.
Yeah, 84 in somewhere in what looks like the Midwest. That's a trip to
Yeah.
death row.
I couldn't sleep last night, so I turned on the Green Mile. Don't do that. It's a 3-hour long movie, and nobody wants to go to sleep before like John Coffey's at least gets his ride out under the stars to go save the lady, right? So that's like 2 hours and 10 minutes into the movie. Don't do that. Don't watch the Green Mile. But it does. It has that nice like feeling to it where you just makes you want to go to sleep, nostalgic and all that.
Thanksgiving
But
movie
Mhm.
right there.
yeah,
Forget about
the
planes, trains, and automobiles. Watch the Green Mile.
wet the sponge scene in that movie where Percy doesn't wet the sponge and the guy just fries, he like gets lit on fire.
Rough.
The chair is a wild concept.
Yeah.
Like, why not just shoot somebody at that point? It's way more humane.
Don't they shoot him? I'm trying to remember. It's been a while.
They don't shoot. No, they
They
keep
just let
frying
him,
him.
right?
They
Okay.
keep rolling it on to finish the job because they have to.
Rough. It's a rough
Yeah,
scene.
the show must go on. It is a rough scene. That a story filled with rough moments, much like this movie, actually. But getting back to it, public execution. Guys.
You guys want to lighten up with a game before we dive into some of the more brutal aspects
I'm
of
ready.
Silent
No.
Night, Deadly Night?
I don't want to lighten up. 'Cause I know Ryan's gonna win.
I have a
Well,
game.
Please do.
I haven't won because of my picks and all that. You know, it just
This is we're back to the toss up. This is a real or
whoa.
fake.
Okay.
And it's real or fake Silent Night movies. I don't know if you guys have ever just gone on IMDb or something and typed in Silent Night, but there are about 50 movies with Silent
50?
Night in the title.
Like
At least.
you can't.
At
I don't want to
least.
give out names.
Hope one's like a hip hop movie. Like about playing basketball in the cages in the South Bronx. I hope one's like that.
Well, that's the first one. No.
Yeah. Silent
I
Night epic
I
layup.
stuck with ones that are mostly in line with what we do. There are dramas, there are romances, there's a couple comedies mixed in there. So these are real or fake Silent
Yeah.
Night movies. And we will start off with one that's simply called Silent Night. And as we do, a grieving mute father exacts bloody revenge against a ruthless gang who killed his son.
Silent Night, what was the title?
Just Silent Night.
Real.
Fake.
This is real. It's a
Oh.
John Woo movie.
Yes, the reason why I saw it on Amazon once.
I
No,
really
didn't watch
enjoyed
the
it,
movie.
actually.
I saw the
watched it
title.
last
Oh, you saw it
year.
last year?
Last year, I think. Maybe I watched it around
I
Christmas
hear
within the
John Woo,
last
and I
2
feel like
years.
Did
it's
Woo do
hard
Did Woo
boiled.
do only? Oh, yeah, it probably is. Did Woo do Only God Forgives? Was that John Woo with my guy, the Gaz?
I'm not sure.
Let me see, because that's not even close.
No, the
Not even.
only John Woo movie I know is Hard Boiled, and the hospital scene. If it's the same John Woo, right? Okay, all right.
Yeah,
All I
absolutely,
can see is like
absolutely.
Christmas lights flying everywhere, explosions, like
Yeah.
someone getting speared with a Christmas tree star. Like that. Actually, the
Mhm.
Hard Boiled came up the other day, Thanksgiving yesterday. We were talking about it.
God, John Woo did Face Off.
Yeah.
How could I forget that?
Yep.
Well, Nick Cage for your holiday pleasure.
Oh, Hard Target. Hell
Mhm.
yes, John Woo.
John Woo's made
Yes,
some
he
Yeah.
had.
bangers,
Broken
man.
Arrow was also an underrated film. Christian Slater, John Travolta. Travolta as a villain is always fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess we got to keep playing the game. I'm just gonna keep looking at John Woo movies.
Wait, was Broken Arrow John Travolta or
That
Nicolas
was
Cage?
Travolta and Christian Slater.
Yeah.
Was it like you making a Face Off reference?
I'm making
Okay.
a face-off joke.
It was
Yes.
actually Nick
It
Cage.
was. Oh God, how can I not remember the guy's name in Face Off? The bad guy, played by both actors.
Oh,
He's got sucker bait.
and it's like a
Cheating immediately.
it's like
Castor
a perfect
Troy.
length too.
Yes.
Castor Troy.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just Castor Troy and Broken Arrow.
It,
Replacement Killer, another
Yeah.
banger.
John Woo's got a hit list.
Movie number 2, real or fake. This one's a callback to a previous time we played
Get
this
off the
game
internet. I'm not
because it
cheating.
might be a sequel. Silent Night Wolves. Helen Keller returns in the battle of a lifetime against a resurgent group of
I'm
night
gonna say
wolves.
real.
If you came up with that, John, we have to have a talk about how your creative genius is being squandered. It's fake.
It is
Yeah,
fake.
Man,
John,
that's a good one.
John, that's great.
I don't even think that's the best one I
Helen
came
Keller.
up
Well,
with, but
Silent
we'll
Night
see.
Wolf with Helen Keller as the main character is pretty epic. Not gonna
Mhm.
lie.
It's a good title too.
The sequel is gonna be
All
Muted
right.
Night Wolf.
Let's give you guys another potential sequel. Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. A toy maker is creating toys not for the joy of children, but to kill them.
That would be this franchise?
Hmm.
Yeah.
5?
5.
Hmm.
Your poker face is annoying.
Whose?
His.
Not
I
Hugger.
look at you so I don't look at John because I psych myself out trying to figure out if he's holding something back. A 5th movie in this franchise?
I'm gonna take a
Is it
chance and say real.
concept? I think somebody would try to cash in and just kick the can through 5 to 10 movies with this name. Real.
It is.
It is
It
real.
is.
And it stars one of the biggest critics of the original, Mickey Rooney, who called the original filmmakers
Yeah, Mickey
scum
Rooney's the
for
toy
making
maker,
it.
right? Yep.
Yep, he
Mickey
is, and then he
owed
cashed.
somebody.
He needed some quick
Yep, I was
cash.
gonna
I
say
guess.
Mickey had to pay off some gambling debts to the Albanians.
That's what he did.
Do any movie when the Albanians are involved.
The Disney movie, Phantom of the Movie House. No,
I didn't see that one.
I remember. I don't remember if I
it's
saw that.
one
or
of the
not.
creepier later Disney films. I was a kid when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay,
yes,
you ready
sir.
for the
Number
next one?
4.
Silent Night, Fatal Night. A presumed dead mystery writer begins posting on social media, leading some to believe she is alive.
That could be John to throw us off the scent, because his are usually like sick
Yeah,
and demented. That one's very vanilla. I think that's fake.
I'm gonna go with fake 2 on that one. Show my
That
gut.
one's real.
My perfect streak.
All right, we'll see. We'll see if you can get back on the winning side with Silent Night, Zombie Night. The 12 days of Christmas turn into a nightmare in LA when the dead
Real.
rise.
He doesn't mess with zombie films. Or maybe
Real.
he is.
It is
I
real.
was gonna say.
Yeah, a little pep in your step reading that
Yeah.
one off.
It's so bad. Even I don't like
Really?
that one.
You love all.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. All right, so we'll go with Silent Night of the Bloodsuckers.
Fake. It's such
A,
a bad-
a Cleveland apartment complex is under siege by a group of hungry, desperate vampires thirsting for blood and
Real.
eggnog.
I'm sticking with fake.
Damn it.
It's fake.
And eggnog. Under siege part though would have been cool if he's like slipped in a little Steven Seagal reference there. That would have been fun. That would have been good times.
Okay.
I need a better setup. My too mobile.
We'll go with Silent Night. K-N-I-G-H-T.
Silent Night Tay?
Silent.
Like A? Like
Silent Night with a K.
Oh,
with a
okay,
K.
good.
Like
Medieval?
yeah. Yep. Silent Knight. An aging knight must fight off hordes of undead invaders and defend the English crown.
That sounds so good too. God
Yeah.
damn it, John.
There was a time when that movie would have been run on like channel 27.
Yep. Yeah.
4:00 in the afternoon start time. Damn it.
I'm gonna.
I want it to be real.
I'm gonna say fake. I'm trying to get some points in the later end, but I don't know.
I want it to be real. I'm going to stick with real then, since you're trying to get points. I'll give you a shot. But it's probably fake. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
it's
good
fake.
plot though. Throwing some King Arthur against some vampires. Morgan Le Fay. Sorry.
I mean, yeah. There you go.
Okay. Silent Night, Unholy Night. Kevin receives an old book from his great-grandfather. Little does he know that the book is actually a guide to summoning
McAllister?
demons.
What a twist.
What a twist.
I want that one to be real too, so I'm going with real.
I'm gonna go with real too.
Necronomicon.
Yeah. Kevin,
It's
the book.
fake.
Mentioning
It's
doing a
fake.
sequel.
I legitimately didn't even think about Home Alone when I made the character Kevin. I was just trying to come up with a fairly
Harry and Mar
basic
find
name.
the Necrocomicon. So
Necrocomicon is probably my favorite thing
Yeah.
I've said in a long time. Let's go to Necrocomicon this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Possession free.
Okay, we have 2 left. We have Silent Night, Bloody Night 2. Siblings return home after a death and learn of Santa's evil brother, Black Peter, and the town's even darker real secret.
Fake.
Sounds even darker. Real secret. Would John ever write that?
I mean, I definitely wrote
Yeah.
it because it's on the screen.
He
I do
scribed
typed
it
it.
over. Real.
It's
Nice.
real.
Man, it's all
I don't think he would write that. That's not how you write. Real secret.
And
I don't think John would put that down.
Okay. Last one. Silent Night, Full Moon. Christmas Eve and a full moon spell disaster for Clara as the family gathers and she has to navigate relationships, a transformation, and an overwhelming urge to feast on
I
Grandma.
want that to be real.
Who doesn't want to eat grandma? Am I right? Innuendo, anything you guys want on that. I don't care.
It's part of the curse.
Could be cranberry sauce.
That's-
Aged to perfection, like prosciutto.
Just sliced.
Hmm.
Only $120 at Costco. Or is that the ham? I saw that carving ham, but I
I
digress.
hope that's not $120 right now. Spiral.
Oh no, it's like the standy ham, and you just slice it. The fancy ham.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I was gonna say just a regular honey ham would for that price would make things are really bad if that's the case. The $120.
Listen, spend $400 for a free one.
Real.
I'm gonna go with real. I'm going with Kearns. It's fake.
Damn it.
I changed my answer.
That one is fake. So we wind up 6-3 Kearns.
Oh, my streak continues.
Get my revenge. I feel like Cobra Commander. Get my revenge, Joes.
All right. It's back to Silent Night, Deadly Night. That was a fun game.
We
yeah.
need. I'm telling you,
Silent Night,
Xenomania
Deadly Night.
Productions.
Nice.
Some of these fake movies, we got this. B movies. That's how we do it.
There was a dude across from my booth who sells a bunch of movies his production company makes, and they're everybody who was around me, who shall remain nameless, was just like, "Nah, his movies suck." And he's here every year. He buys 3 booth spaces. He puts them all up. People buy them, and every year everybody's pissed. And
Like
yeah, cool.
It's like $50 a movie. It's horrible.
We could do that. Just get them out there, shove them out there. But Silent Night, Deadly Nights. You said it's independent. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I feel like it's based on how they filmed it.
We don't know for sure.
Well,
if it's indie.
Based on the budget, $750,000. Distributed by TriStar Pictures, but the production company was Sleigh Ride Productions Inc. I have not heard of Sleigh Ride Productions Inc. doing any other films
So
besides this
it's
one.
qualifies as an indie.
No.
Okay. So the production value and the camera work in
I-
this don't scream high big dollars. Like
No.
you see a movie like
No.
Phantasm with very low budget, and you see how their camera work is, and you see this. There's a few things. It's very like late 70s again. It's weird that it's 84 because it feels very 70s. The whole movie feels very 70s.
Yeah.
Colors are very muted. Everything sucks.
During your
But
guys'
it's not like a way where they're trying to highlight the red of a costume, like the Santa costume. Just everything's muted. It's weird.
during your guys' watch, did you notice how the film would go from like a clear picture to a graininess in certain scenes?
Yes.
Did you guys watch the director's cut?
I did not.
I believe that's the one I watched.
Okay. Because there's 2. There's the one that's an hour and 19 minutes is the theatrical, and then the other one is like an hour and
That's the one.
24 minutes. And that it's very noticeable in the director's cut.
It pops out
They
in
do
there.
it for effect.
That I think it just wasn't as produced because they were cutting it, and then
Yeah, they were trying.
later on it got
They were
added
trying
back
to
in.
push this movie quickly. It's one of those Halloween, Friday 13th copies. TriStar trying to make a quick buck on it. Because I mean, who at that time had like Universal had horror films, Paramount definitely had horror films. TriStar
This
just
feels so different. I guess
Mhm.
Friday the 13th qualifies a little bit as more visceral because of the death of a child and stuff, and how it's like kind of a revenge flick.
Mhm.
But this is like such a
Mhm.
different kind of slasher than anything that. I mean, what else was coming out around that time that had this sort of messaging?
Not that much. I mean, 84, you had the supposed last Friday the 13th coming out. You had Dream Warriors, which was supposed to be the last Nightmare on Elm Street. So you had a lot of,
Those were way more fun than this.
oh, yeah, because of the character. And
Mhm.
Yeah, this is not. I mean, not just because of the character. This is a dark movie. You're not rooting for
Yeah.
anybody in this.
you feel
You're just like
sorrow.
you're kind of like watching a car accident. That's what this movie sort of feels like. You're watching
Mhm.
this dude's life spin out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like, with a lot of '80s slashers, you get the moral majority pandering, like, this person had sex, they have to die. This person did drugs, they have to die. And there's some of that in Silent Night, Deadly Night, but then there's also, like, 3 of the 4 people in the
Yeah,
Yeah.
store he didn't
No.
have to
He
kill.
didn't have to
yeah.
kill the owner. He didn't have
Eh
to kill the woman who's trying to hook up with the owner. I mean, poor Pam didn't have to die. I think that was just jealousy. That the other guy, yeah, he had to go.
I think and Pam dies because she's not grateful that he saved her from that dude.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
That's probably Billy's best moment of acting is showing the hurt when he's like, "But wait, I saved you from him assaulting you, and you're not thankful."
because nothing goes his way. Like
And
nothing.
sh
He never pans out. Anything that could push the needle towards hero from villain, nothing ever works, and none of it's ever Billy's fault, really. How Billy reacts is a different matter. We're not like, saying it's okay to
Yeah,
become an
yeah,
incel killer,
yeah,
but he, like, you see what
absolutely.
they're saying
Yeah,
here.
and he's also 18. He hasn't had time to process this as an adult, and he's been in a Catholic orphanage for the last, like, 12
We
years,
can kind of
10
highlight. All right,
years.
so let's get into the other antagonist of this besides Killer Santa 1, and that's Mother
the
Superior, or
penguin,
what is it, Sister Psycho.
penguin.
She's gonna beat him at one point for seeing two people having sex, which is one of my favorite things. Where I was
Mhm,
like, wow, if that's not gonna traumatize you, I don't know what will.
Yeah, that was tough. I was
mhm.
like, the kid doesn't deserve any of this. And I mean, Sister Margaret tries, but Mother Superior, because of her power and all that, she feels this is the right way, and it messes him up even worse. And it's sad.
Well, yeah, I mean, she ignores the clear signs of trauma in his artwork and say, "Oh no, he doesn't remember what happened to him." I mean, he's drawn Santa with his head cut off.
Oh
He
yeah,
remembers
Yeah.
something.
and the reindeer
Mm,
just
Mhm.
squirting blood
he's going
everywhere.
after everybody.
It's like, s-
Yeah.
I mean, I think he seems to remember.
I mean, how wouldn't
He,
you?
if you, yeah, no, I mean, unless Ricky wouldn't remember. Like that's how you don't remember is being a baby when it
Yeah,
happens.
exactly. This is a cycle of trauma. This movie's about the cycle of trauma for sure. And I mean, we could equate it to Frankenstein for that and things like that. Guillermo del
Yeah,
Toro talking about like the father-son relationship, the parent-child relationship, the cycle of trauma, all that stuff. This is
Mhm.
definitely a movie about that, and it's very in your face, and it's not redeeming at all.
no,
It's blames humanity
Mhm.
100% for what Billy does.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, even from the beginning, Billy's going to wind up with some Christmas trauma, even if mom and dad don't get killed on the way home from the nursing home after his weird interaction with his
Hands down my
grandfather.
favorite scene in the movie, by the way.
just
Grandpa
for her.
pretending his
Love
dementia
that
is in
scene.
full bore, and then as soon as they leave the room, he's like, "Come here. Let me tell you about the scariest night of the year." It's so good.
And he looks
He
like Santa Claus,
punishes
which makes
them.
it 10 times better.
Well, the fact that he predicts that
Yeah.
something horrible is going to happen via Santa Claus, and then Santa murders his mom and dad is very bizarre. But
Mhm.
Hollywood, I guess.
Yeah.
They had to lead it in, the inciting
Yeah.
incident. How do we get to this
It's
point?
just not believable. Like, there's no reason for him. He's not like a soothsayer or anything. It's just a crazy, kooky grandpa.
Soothsayer.
Yeah, it's just the crazy ranting of an old guy in a nursing home who pretends he can't talk.
The suspension of disbelief that you have to go through for those first two scenes is pretty insane.
Well,
But
I feel like that's how it's how, of course, they illustrate how Billy breaks. It's like grandfather watching his parents die, mother superior, what's right, what's wrong, and could he have held it together? Yeah, but he breaks. He breaks when he sees Pamela and the fake John. I'm trying to figure his name from Welcome Back, Cotter, but John Travolta, the fake John Travolta. All right,
on Travolta.
The fake short John Travolta. Oh,
Andy,
Andy.
Andy,
No good, no good.
fake Travolta.
But I mean, there's not too much to dissect past that. What other movies can you think of from that time period, guys, that go into the cycle of trauma kind of thing? The parent, child, it's not like The Omen doesn't qualify. It doesn't even have to be horror because I think you're gonna have to dig deep for this a little bit. Like this movie goes really far into this realm, and I
Yes.
don't think I've seen a movie.
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie that goes this far into that whole topic. I'm trying to
Well,
think.
thinking of, here's a good question for you guys. Maybe the controversy wasn't like, okay, the blood, the gore, all that, but maybe the depiction of Santa being a killer, but maybe the controversy was the deep message. Like,
That's what I mentioned earlier. They clutched their pearls at
yeah,
what they were saying with this movie. You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
because that's a hard pill to swallow for a bunch of Pall Mall smoking parents who
yeah,
beat their kids and don't know where they are at 10 o'clock at night when the commercial comes on and reminds
Mhm.
them they have
yeah,
kids. Like then they watch this movie that basically is screaming at them, "Your kid's gonna be fucked up."
yeah.
Yep. You're fucking
Yeah,
your kid up
I think that had a
big
lot to do
time.
with why people didn't like, or that certain people didn't like this movie,
Yeah.
and even the people who liked this
Mhm.
movie didn't love this movie in the beginning, right?
I think it's definitely become more beloved
Probably
Yes.
over
because it was so
time.
hated, right? That's sort of the way the pendulum swings.
That probably, yeah. Like you have the people like me who, were there when the controversy started around this movie and were desperate to see it. And you saw it and it kind of lived up to it because, I saw it at
Yeah,
14,
we got
15 maybe. So it's like, whoa, this is so now it hangs on with a lot of people as a
See,
nostalgia
that's cool.
piece.
when you see something at 14 that's like any kind of gripping movie, it stays with you for life.
Yeah.
And this does have those
Mhm.
things that hit
And
for
then
sure. A kid watching his
mhm.
parents get murdered,
and then it's
for example.
yeah, I think there's another Christmas movie, a killer, interestingly, a killer Santa that sort of dives into how these childhood traumas grow into the adult issues is Christmas Evil, which is not just a good horror movie, not just a good Christmas movie, but Christmas Evil is a good movie.
Better than Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Hmm.
I think
Yeah,
so. I
okay.
think so.
Okay.
I love Silent Night, Deadly Night. And like I said, a lot of it is the nostalgia. I didn't see Christmas Evil till later. So
Okay.
I came into it with like, all right, let's see what this is. It blew me away. Like for what it is, for the budget, for the time, it's really, really, really well done. And
Ki-
spoiler, it might come back up again in this episode.
Late
Oh
70s,
boy.
it
Oh
came out.
boy.
I believe it. I believe Christmas Evil was 80 or 81.
So
Yeah.
here's like from my film brain right now. What makes this more controversial? This movie, Silent Night, Deadly Night, compared to Christmas Evil. Like, why didn't Christmas Evil get that much hype when it came out?
I think some of it was distribution. I think it's the ad campaign too. I
Okay.
think I sent you guys a clip from Siskel and Ebert talking about this. Maybe I didn't. But one of the things that Siskel brings up right off the bat is how repulsive he found the ad campaign with Santa holding an axe. Number one, I don't know what kind of release Christmas Evil even got, but it definitely didn't get that kind of ad campaign. where for a week it's Santa picking up an axe and people are getting mad every time they see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotcha. So maybe Christmas Evil was more like when video rental stores became more popular. You could find it there, or like the mom and pop ones, and say, "Okay, this is interesting."
That 4 or so years between release dates is pretty important too, probably, because 80, 81, you don't have a ton of video stores. They're just sort of starting to pop up. But by 84, 85, they're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. See, growing up in the time where it's like Blockbusters here and then Hollywood Videos here, and then you got two mom and pop stores here and there. It's like you had more room to go. That had to suck back in the day. Sorry. I can't imagine that.
I mean, by the time I was able to go and get movies on my own, there were plenty of places to go.
Fair on that.
Yeah.
There are probably 6 or 7 places within like 5 or 6 miles of
Okay.
where I grew up. Maybe more.
Bike riding distance, we had the two
'cause-
big ones. Well, one was little, one was big.
Mhm.
Right? You went to One Stop or you went to Blockbuster. Right? Was there a better spot somewhere on that I'm not thinking of? Within like 2 miles, let's say. Blockbuster's about 2 miles.
No, that was probably those were probably the pinnacle. There was there was one in the mall for a long time that was really cool. That was the first one that had the back room with the beaded curtain in front of it that you couldn't go into. But they like everybody. There was one out by the bowling alley.
Oh, yeah.
There were like there were a handful of little ones in like convenience stores were renting them. I mean, when I was in my early 20s, I worked in a video store inside of a Stop and Shop. Like they were just video stores were everywhere.
They made
Stop
money.
and shop.
You had to rent the
Yeah.
video 4 times
Yep.
in order to get your investment back, and then everything's profit after that, right? Because $20, a 1999 purchase, they probably got them cheaper too. 1999 purchase,
Pretty
$4.99
much.
rental.
Well, I don't know because even when I was working in them, the wholesale prices on them were insane.
Yeah. High.
Yeah, oh yeah, they were
Yep.
charging like $70, $80 per. So you had to get like quantities of these big releases or else you're spending $80 for a copy of Terminator
Wow.
or it's like 10 copies for like 400 or
It's
something.
crazy to
So
imagine that VHS was like $80. I mean, I remember like Titanic being like $40 on the 2-pack side, but that was like the most
Mhm.
expensive, maybe a $50 one, but never like an $80 VHS unless it was like a box set or
yeah,
something.
no.
VHS Jurassic Park when it came out was $50. I remember that my mom was like, "No, that's a ludicrous amount of money." And she was right too. That's a
Yeah.
lot of money for
Yeah,
Jurassic Park.
the dawn of the VCR days was not good for like buying movies. Even like in the early days, they retailed for way more than anyone would spend. It was like, you can record stuff off TV, you can play your home movies. Like that's what people were using VCRs for.
The thing about it is it's got this message. It's got the visceral scenes and everything. It's not gratuitous in any way. They don't do any of that
Mhm.
stupid, easy, cheap feels thing.
No.
There's a kid in an orphanage and stuff like that, but they don't use any of the cheap tricks. It's not a slog to watch either. It's like it paces and you can watch it and you're tracking with the story.
Yep.
Mhm.
At no point in time did I ever care about anybody in this movie.
Not even Billy?
I kind of wanted the nun to die for a
Yeah.
while. No, I didn't care about Billy at all. I never felt sad or like anything for Billy. And I feel like the movie failed in some way to make that. And I mean, I'm like a really empathetic guy when it comes to watching movies, especially.
Mhm.
So that to me, where I was like, I think that may be where this movie failed a little bit. What do you think, John?
Yeah, no, I can't argue that too much. Yeah, I really never felt empathy for Billy so much, but I mean, it's also you can find it if you sort of put it in context to the time. Like I said earlier, without therapy being a thing, and he doesn't look 18, but he's 18 when he gets to the toy
His brother's
store.
still 8.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and you can say, yeah, oh yeah, at some point your mental health is your responsibility, and it certainly is. But is it that way when you're 18 and you grew up in an orphanage, a religious orphanage, and you've never been really even had your trauma
Maybe
acknowledged?
it's the time period from filming that makes it a little bit more muted and difficult. Maybe it's that because I it's not that I don't like care. Like I get it and I feel bad for him if I think about it. I'm like, wow, that would really suck and stuff, but not while watching the movie. At no point while watching the movie did I
Mm,
care. I guess there's something they missed.
yeah.
They did so much work building the backstory and making sure we understood it. I feel like they wanted us to be with Billy. They wanted us to be rooting for him to
Mhm,
chop off the nun's head at the end,
Yep.
which we kind of were because we're psychos,
mhm.
but like for other reasons too.
I wonder if
And be disappointed that he gets shot. I didn't care. I was like, okay, cool, he's dead now. What happens next?
you watched it a
Maybe it's
second time, if you'd feel something different. Because I feel like the first time it's like more shock value because you hear about all this controversy and to see what makes it so shocking. That maybe the second time
Mhm.
it's like, okay, now I can get into the characterization more. I don't know if you're gonna
maybe.
watch it for a second
I think it maybe
I don't think I am. It's like
I
watching
think
a
it
Charles
maybe
Bronson
needs
movie.
time.
about
Death Wish?
Oh, I love
it
Death
needs like maybe 10 or so minutes after he gets to the toy store, after he gets in the Santa costume, and before he starts killing people to sort of explore where that comes from. And it's sort of,
Yeah.
it's Santa costume. He does the day with the kids. They have the party afterwards. Everybody gets drunk and he starts killing people.
Maybe that.
Yeah.
Well, he was drinking. Was drinking. That didn't help the situation either.
True.
Mhm.
Eh,
Alcohol doesn't tend to lead to great decision making.
No,
That is fair.
and
Not generally multiple murders, but
I mean,
somewhere in between.
But
it's a, it's a thin road on that, based on
Well,
his struggles, and then we're mixing alcohol into it now. And the guy, Mr. Sims, is like, "Come on, just drink up. It's okay. Some good stuff, Billy."
yeah, he's funny, that guy. He's in everything too. The
Mhm.
there's a reason why the horror greats all watch this and reference this movie all the time and things like that. There's something to it, and it is a good story, and it's definitely an exploratory sort of story. And it was great. I'm so happy that you tied that together for the end. So when the movie ends, Billy gets shot in the back by the sheriff twice before he can kill Mother Superior with the axe, who's in a wheelchair at the moment, so she can't like get away. And then the way she throws his hand off the side of the chair as he's falling, he grabs the chair and she casts his
Mhm.
hand off. She's such a piece of work. And he hits the ground, and it's a very miserable scene. And then the children have just watched them kill Santa
Yeah,
Claus, so they're all upset with her, and
Twice.
the father,
Ricky just
Twice. They
twice.
get to see Santa get killed
poor
twice.
Father O'Brien. The guy was deaf of
Yeah,
hearing. They called him out. He couldn't hear. Gets shot in the
Ricky
back
just
twice in front of Ricky.
Ricky points and goes naughty like that.
Yeah.
And that's how it ends. But I think the
Yep.
message at the end of there, and this could be me reaching, but I think that's to show like it's gonna happen again. They're gonna
Yes,
screw Ricky up next, and he's gonna be a
Mhm.
psychopath.
Yep.
and they
And
foreshadow it
and
because Mother's.
spoiler, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Oh yeah, Mother Superior though foreshadows it though because she says he's such a
Mm,
nice kid. He's not going to become like Billy. And to be honest, if you're mentioning the second one, I saw the second one first as a kid, and you're right. You can watch the second one and not have to watch the first one because it's just a repeat.
absolutely, because about half or more of the second one is just clips from the first one, and then it's Ricky yelling "Garbage
Yeah.
Oh,
Day."
that's the movie?
Yeah,
I
that's the Garbage Day movie.
All right then. I thought it was a separate movie called Garbage Day, and I was like, okay, this is a whole.
No, no, they haven't done enough of the reading to talk a lot about this, but there was a big thing with that actor, who's Eric Freeman. After that movie, he just sort of vanished. There was a whole basically from the start of Facebook up until a few years ago, there was finding Eric Freeman pages. like trying to figure out what happened to that dude.
She's-
And he eventually just turned up like, I just didn't feel like being in public.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's like the Save Britney Spears movement that was
Yeah.
going on, but for finding Eric Freeman.
Yeah, finding some guy who was
comes
in
out dressed
one
as Santa.
movie.
I've been here the
know,
entire
The
time.
Community is something else,
Mhm.
what they choose to chew into. But yeah, everybody, that's Silent Night, Deadly Night 1, the original. We're a
Yep.
fan.
It spawns 4 sequels and 2 remakes, one coming out around the time
Yep,
you're going to
and
hear this
Bum, bum,
episode.
bum.
And one from 2012, which is sort of a remake, but not really a remake. I was reading about that earlier. The guy that wrote it had never seen Silent Night, Deadly
Okay.
Night. So he based it off of like a real life incident. And
Malcolm McDowell.
it's not as much fun. Yep. Malcolm McDowell,
Okay.
Jamie King, Donald Logue. Like I mean, it's a cast, but it's not. It doesn't have any of the things you enjoy about the
All
original.
right.
Okay.
I was gonna say the new one looks really good. It's from the producers of Terrifier. Very close to the original, but I like the little twist with the girlfriend now. Like and the other idea that he
Mhm.
can be Billy, but once he puts on the Santa suit, that's when he turns into someone else. So there's a little
Mhm.
more of a control on that personality.
Mhm. Well, that's the part that interests me, but also worries me about the remake is you can very easily like sway into natural
Yep.
born killers, California, like Bonnie and Clyde, like all those. This is just we've
Which I
seen
feel
this
like
before.
it's kind of on. I mean, this movie's coming out first, but like the whole Bonnie and Clyde idea has been popping up more because of Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out supposedly next year. Also, with the new movie The Bride, with Christian Bale as the monster, and I forget the actress who's playing the bride, but they're doing a Bonnie and Clyde situation that film.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it looks actually really good, set in the 30s. But the remake though for this Silent Night Deadly Night actually looks decent. It looks good. But I agree. It can go south like you said and be a generic copy of something that everyone else is trying to do.
Yeah.
But again, that's what makes Hollywood keep going. It's
We
a
shall
copy on a
see.
copy.
What about them top fives,
Yep.
fellas?
Top fives? Oh man. Well, top fives tonight, I went with top 5 controversial movies from the 80s. So I did some research, gentlemen. I did my homework. I felt like I was in college again. It was great. And we're going to start off with one of the more positive reviewed movies of the 80s, and that's Reanimator. Now, out of all the top 10 movies I was researching, Reanimator pops up as number 5, and it's not because of the context, it's just the one scene of a head giving head, according to director Stuart Gordon. And it is the 40th anniversary, so happy anniversary to Reanimator. But that was one of the most controversial scenes during the 80s, and Reanimator came out in 85. So, of course, amongst these other 5, we have them all over. But by 85, that was very controversial because of what was depicted. But it's a phenomenal movie, nevertheless. My number 4, oh, Reanimator.
Lovely.
Oh, I can't wait to have that 40th anniversary. Just, I don't know. I might not even open it because it was out of print and now it's back. But I digress.
Mhm.
But this is another movie that caused controversy, and I actually had to do research because it came out before Friday the 13th, and they talk about Tom Savini's practical effects, the gore in that. But Maniac, I feel, is much gorier. It's more in your face. Um, yeah, exactly. Thank you, John. Because reading about it, they were like Friday
Mhm.
13th. This Tom Savini, phenomenal, but his effects blew everyone away. And I'm like, Maniac, I think did that first. And when I did the research, I saw it came out first. I mean, the controversy of
Mhm.
Maniac, that killer running around New York City, scalping women, and putting them on mannequins and making love. It's controversy in its own right, and it's a great film.
Mhm.
It's a good B movie.
Mhm. And it really played on a lot of societal fears. The 70s were big for serial
Yeah, some of
killers,
Sam.
and New York was like when Maniac comes out in '80. It's not very far removed from the
Yep.
Son of
Which
Sam. It's 2.5, 3 years since he was
which was a
caught.
scary time talking to my mother-in-law. We talked one day. That was the
Everybody
fear.
was scared shitless.
Yeah.
Everybody was scared shitless.
Like you couldn't make a turn. Like her friends used to carry, a gun or a knife with them because it was just like one wrong turn, anything could happen, and they didn't
I
know
think
who he
my
was.
mom was like 12, but some of her siblings were like 16, 17 of the makeout in a car age.
Yeah.
And in like White Plains, which is really close to where Sam lived. He was killing people in the city, but he lived in was it Yonkers or New Row?
Yonkers, I think.
Yeah, he lived
Yonkers,
in
I think.
Yonkers.
Yeah.
Well,
Dog barking made him do it. What's your next movie, Ryan?
number 3. Well, it does relate to serial killers, and that's 1986, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Now, these next 3 films I haven't seen. Number 1, I will explain why I've never seen it. Number 3, though, for Henry, it's on my list. I want to watch it. I've been following this movie since it's popped up for my love of Michael Rooker. No chocolate pretzels, though. It's just the controversy in it is, and I was reading about this, it's from, to quote, movieweb.com, it's close to the real connections to the real life killer Henry Lee Lucas. And that's where the controversy goes
Yeah.
because there's no sympathy for Henry. There's no sympathy for any of these characters. And I spoiled the ending because kind of doing research on it, trying to understand why someone would do a film like this. The ending is just, it's a sad ending. There's no good to it. It's just you're going into the mind of a
Mhm.
sick person. And Michael Rooker is phenomenal. John, you've
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah. 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 I love the movie. It's a hard watch. And like it's interesting that you put these 2 movies back to back in your top 5 because I think part of what makes them difficult to watch and controversial is how
Yes.
gritty they are. Like they're it's not polished like Silence of the Lambs. This is like these are
And I feel
tougher
like if Silence of the
watches.
Lambs, like real quick, Manhunter is very gritty. I feel Michael Mann, if they went in that direction, it wouldn't have gotten as much notice. Like Silence of the Lambs, you got Anthony Hopkins, you got big names in
Yeah.
it. It's just like doesn't compare. But this movie, I want to see if you know this movie. It's a it's a German film. It's banned all over, but it's called Necromantic. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. I saw that movie and I was like, I'm bringing this up. It's
Is
1987.
this your number 2?
This is my number 2, and based on the title,
Okay.
you can get where this is going.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. It's John's got probably a 4K copy somewhere of this.
He's going to get it right now.
So basically, this movie is banned all over the world. It came out in Germany, and people have gotten it like through tapes, and they made it, I guess, accessible with John having it, probably from in Europe, because I don't think it's ever touched the States based on the context of the movie, which I'll let you guys find on that one on your own. I don't want to
See what he's
explain
got.
that one.
Whoa.
Waiting for his camera lighting to catch up to him here.
Hold on. Hold on. I don't see it. Oh,
There it is, Necromantic.
that is the same poster I'm looking at. It's a beautiful poster. The artist did a great job.
Mhm.
Your
Now,
copy is very pristine,
Now,
yeah.
let me
I
ask you, how
I
bad
want you
is
to
this film?
know the first it's bad. It's bad. Dude, it's bad. Here's how bad it is. I also bought the second one. And if you
There's a
notice,
second one?
the second one, second one, see that seam? Still
Yeah.
wrapped.
Oh,
That's how
wow.
rough the first one was.
Ooh. So,
Yeah, it takes a lot to scare you off.
That's how rough
comparing it to
it,
Martyrs,
you can't. You can't. Martyrs Martyrs, you can get to a place where it's like, this is a beautiful movie. There's a powerful message here. You cannot get there with Necromantic.
Mm.
I'm kind of happy I
You
brought
just
this up
can't.
because, like, now, I mean,
There is nothing redemptive. There's nothing. It's just. Oh,
I just never,
Necromantic.
I never heard of it till tonight when I was doing the research, and I was like, why is this banned? Because
oh.
I was thinking they've done it before on an episode of the X-Files. I think season 4, they covered
Mhm.
that, but you never hear of it being filmed or like a plot point. And I saw it, and I was like, this is definitely controversial because I'm presuming they go over the limit. From what I've read, they go over the limit, but I'm presuming they.
It's pretty far past any reasonable
Well,
boundaries,
And what's your number one?
and most
well,
unreasonable
this I'm gonna
boundaries.
ask you, does it compare to this movie? Because this is my number one. I can't watch this because it's too realistic. 2 animals die. I get nauseous talking about it because I've seen a couple of scenes. And that's 1980s Cannibal Holocaust. That's
Yeah.
have you guys seen that movie? Because I can't. I've seen the turtle. I think
It's
it's the
tough.
donkey, and I'm like, nope,
Mhm.
I can't.
Yeah,
What's worse, that or Necromantic?
Good question.
Necromantic
Yeah.
is worse.
Wow. Okay,
Uh,
so I'm never watching Necromantic because
Ne-
Cannibal Holocaust one I didn't enjoy at all either.
Necromantic.
no, it's not an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, Necromantic is. There are not many things that you could put on film that would bother me more than
And Cannibal
Necromantic.
Holocaust
Wild
didn't like.
considering how much you've seen. But all right.
Mm, I mean, Cannibal Holocaust isn't an easy watch, but like, can't for me. The thing with Cannibal Holocaust that makes it fun is the stories around it, like the director hiding the actors so that people thought it was real. Like, they kept the actors in seclusion for
Okay,
like
that's
2 or
cool.
3 months before the release. And then he was forced to produce them because people thought that they were really
Okay,
dead.
that's
Funny.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not something I'll sit and
All right.
rewatch.
Was a
But
scintillating top 5 for you tonight, Ryan.
So we're not gonna have necromantic ever on the podcast. All
No.
right, good.
No.
No. Jeez.
We can read reviews on Patreon for people for funsies, but no.
Yes.
All right, John, you're up, buddy.
yeah. All right, I went with top 5 Killer
Oh
Santas.
boy.
Hold on. I'm
I
betting.
like it.
I'm betting Tales from the Crypt is on here. No.
No,
Nice.
you
His head
lose.
stopped moving.
I
I'm
know
like,
that's
Number
why I was
5.
like,
know what he's
wait a
doing.
minute. Was it a head shake or a head nod?
It's a shake. It is a
Okay,
shake.
so nothing.
No. Okay. So my first movie, my number 5, has to start with the question: is it good? Well, no, but it's fun, and it's Santa's sleigh.
Oh, come
Mm.
on. You're
Why is Santa's
next.
sleigh fun? Santa's sleigh is fun because a demon loses a bet with an angel and has to become Santa for 1,000 years. But as soon as the deal is up, he reverts to his evil ways, and it's Bill Goldberg as Santa. And like, he takes joy in being a killer Santa. He's a wonderful killer Santa.
Doesn't have that
Nice.
memorable scene at dinner, right? The dining room table scene. Yeah. Okay.
remember.
With Fran Drescher.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of Fran Drescher lately, but
The nanny named
um
Fran.
my
There's
number
worse things
4
in life.
seeing versus hearing, though.
Hearing, yeah, that's
I don't,
yeah.
You got to hear a regular
Yeah.
voice. Regular voice is totally different.
Number 4 is coming up very soon on our episode list. It's Christmas Bloody Christmas.
Really?
So this is directed
There
by
it
Joe
is.
Bagos. Yep. All Tori wants for her Christmas Eve is to party with her friends, but a malfunctioning robotic Santa comes to life and stalks Tori and kills all of her friends.
I think I brought that up on an earlier episode too. That I am ready for that movie. I want to see that movie.
Mhm.
It's like the Futurama episode.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. Which brings us to number 3. It's a Netherland movie from the Netherlands. It's called Sint.
Yep.
In English, it's often called Saint.
Yeah.
So a teenager and a detective must work together to stop murderous Saint Nicholas, who's returned to wreak havoc with his army of evil minions called Black Peters.
So, do you guys know about Sinterklaas and Black Pete? Sinterklaas comes up
I do because of this
because
movie.
of this movie. Comes up on a steamboat, and the elf isn't an elf; it's a Moorish slave, and that's who Black Peter is.
Mhm.
So it's like there's a very different story here than the elves in the North Pole, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yes. Yes. So number 2, we actually get Santa as a good guy, but still a killer. It's Violent
Yes.
Night.
It's a good movie.
So you get David Harbour as Santa, who gets trapped in a wealthy family's home when a team of thieving mercenaries show up to empty the family vault. What they didn't plan for was an ass-kicking Santa Claus.
Isn't
This
there the
is-
one with Mel
it
Gibson when
quickly-
he's like Santa's like ex special forces kind of
Batman.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. And then I feel like it's probably fairly similar to that one that came out last year with The Rock.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
Red
can't
Santa
remember what it's called. Yeah,
or something like that. I didn't hear
Yeah.
good things about it. I was like,
something like that. Yeah, I didn't either, and I skipped it, and I probably will continue. As much as I like all these like actiony horror Christmas movies, I think I'm gonna pass. But number 1 has already come up tonight, and it's Christmas Evil.
all right.
Yeah.
So Harry was scarred by his discovery as a boy that Santa isn't real after seeing Mom and Santa being intimate. As an adult, he works in a toy factory and is obsessed with Christmas and spreading Christmas spirit, right down to his own naughty list and a handcrafted suit. Eventually, he snaps, and a killing spree follows. One cool little bit of trivia: Harry is played by Brandon Maggart, who is Fiona Apple's father.
Oh, that's cool.
Neat.
Okay.
Fiona Apple used
Yeah.
to have this weird, grungy, like broken girl hot thing going on. Remember?
Yep.
She was like, she made you like wonder what you were attracted to when you were 13.
Mhm.
You were older, John, when Fiona Apple came on the scene, so you already knew what you were attracted to.
Everybody.
Yeah. You were in that 50-year age bracket, like where your boys are attracted to everything. That's right. That makes sense.
Mhm.
From
Yep,
like 13 to 65, yeah.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah. I hope it goes on beyond 65, actually.
If the rate of chlamydia in nursing homes is any indicator, it does.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh,
Awesome. Can't wait.
Shnikes.
boy.
Oh, shnikes.
My nursing home chlamydia.
I mean, they got the medication right there. It's like, why use protection, right?
Yeah.
Take out your teeth, Gladys.
I
We're
mean-
gonna have a
I
time.
mean, listen. You
Thank you for
you have
being
two
my
you have
friend.
two options.
Travel back.
You have two options. You can pursue chlamydia in the nursing home, or you can be Billy's grandfather.
There it is, full circle, everybody. You know what though? Being Billy's grandfather might be more appealing to me at that wrinkly old age.
It's funner.
I mean, it looks like he's having a pretty good time while he's doing that.
I get my applesauce.
Hey, Billy.
Yep.
Yeah, and I scare some kids. All right, that's Silent Night, Deadly Night, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.
Hey,
Merry Festivus.
Happy Festivus.
Yeah, it's Happy Festivus. That's true.
Be very afraid.